Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to report that I've had a very successful August. So I mentioned it on Instagram, but I don't think I mentioned it here on August. But at the beginning of August, I committed myself to a no spend August. Oh my goodness. And I just realized I've said August so many times. Not even. I wanted to refilm it, but no. That meant for me, oh my gosh, I just got distracted because my plant is blooming and you have to see it. We'll get right back to the no spend. Oh, this plant is so magical. Look at these beautiful flowers. Oh, the color, the texture, the shape. They're like these little, oh, I wish I could zoom in more. Like a little wax coated. They are so beautiful. I've had this plant for many, many years now, just growing in water. I love this plant so much. It has like these little hints of pink, you can see. And then these beautiful flowers, and it's blooming and I'm so happy about it. I actually just started a new cutting up here. And hopefully this one will do just as well. Okay, so no spend August for me meant I could only spend money on bills, groceries, gas, and healthcare if necessary. I allowed myself to use a gift certificate if I had it, because it was, while I did want to like rein in my habit to consume and to buy things and to purchase things, I was mostly focused on just saving money and not spending money and kind of reeling that in, because while I do have some work painting, thank you, Dad, for hiring me. I don't have the cuckoo job right now, and I want to be really thrifty as possible until I can find a new job. I have applied to several now, so we'll see. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I did end up, I was successful, I guess you could say. I did end up buying a birthday present for my mom. I felt like that was, I had to make an exception for that. I actually had originally started to create something for her. You can't see it, I'm not gonna show it to you, but I really don't like how it turned out. So I have to redo it all, and I'm gonna go back and work through it again, and hopefully it will be ready by Christmas. But anyways, and then I did have to buy contacts. And for a while I was putting off buying contacts because it felt like I didn't need it. I have glasses. That should be good enough. But I've also been doing a lot of exercise this month. I was jogging, and I've been climbing Tumamok pretty regularly, and it's still really hot and really humid here, and my glasses were just constantly sliding down and fogging up, and it was like a really big pain in the butt, and I just was like, I want my contacts. So I finally caved and bought myself some more contacts. And then I did use a gift certificate at a bookstore. Well, it was book credit. I had traded in some books, and that's it. So it's been a success. However, I just went through and tallied up all of my expenses for the month, because I still ended up spending way more than I had hoped to. And I was really frustrated and discouraged about it. So I did a breakdown where I wrote out the cost. I looked through all my bills. I was able to write out the cost of pet food and our groceries and gas and bills and eating out and debt. And really, groceries and bills are really expensive, but there's no avoiding that. but it's the eating out that is completely unnecessary. I have it all written out here, that's why I'm looking. And so what I want to do going into September is to kind of continue in this vein of no spending, so that will be modified. My goal for September is to not go out to eat unless somebody else is like, I'll pay for you, in which case I'll be like, okay, great, thank you. But I won't initiate it myself. And then the other thing is that I will continue to do a no spend. However, what I did in August for the no spend is anything that I wanted to buy that came to mind, I made a list. I wrote down all these like little impulses that came through my head that I was like, oh, I would really like that. I'd really like that. I'd really like that. And most of the things, actually all of the things on that list, but one thing I've crossed off because the like moment has passed and the impulse has passed. And I'm like, meh. There's one thing that still remains on the list is a pair of boots that I'm still on the fence about, but I might buy those in September. We'll see. We still have a couple days left in August. I don't think I'm gonna like September 1st is gonna get here. I'm gonna like go out and buy the boots. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because I wanna make sure that this is a purchase that I can justify because, you know, living is expensive. So that's what I'm gonna do going into September. I'm really excited about that. This feels really good. I don't know, I think I've really taken finances for granted my whole life. And now I'm feeling like I really need to kind of focus and concentrate and save money and I think like the compulsion to purchase things, to have things constantly arriving, whether it's like stationery, and I think often those can be really justified purchases because it's like, well, I'm going to use them and it's cheap or whatever. It's like, you know, a $5 pen, but it adds up really quickly. And none of the things I actually really need. I have so many unused journals. I have plenty of pens. I have a typewriter that I've been using more these days. Here's my typewritten journal so far. I'm on page 87, or actually I'll be on page 88. I'm so excited. I've been folding 4 sheets of paper in half at a time and then numbering them. Otherwise it's really difficult to keep track of where I'm at because these are then going to be bound into a book. And I don't know when I'm going to do that. It might be at the end of this year, it might be sooner, it just depends on how many pages in this next journal I want. And it's just, yeah, I have everything I need. I don't actually need anything more. So I'm just kind of toning it down, taking a step back, and it feels really good. So I'm excited to head into September and continue this challenge. And anybody who wants to is welcome to join me, even if it's just for the week or a month. And just commit yourself to a no spend, however it makes sense in your life. So that's where we're at. I also just wanted to show you a couple of other things that are new additions to my lovely office. The morning light is so beautiful. I have a little crystal that hangs in my window, and I caught the rainbows this morning. So I have this new shelf here. This was a shelf given to me by a friend. I actually went ahead and repainted it. And it's great. It holds some of my random red toy collections and some of my favorite books. And then over here, next to a lovely rainbow, is my dog collection. This is something I've been collecting for, oh gosh, 20-something years. It's a slow build. The first one that I ever got was this. I think I was in high school or just starting out in college. I found this at at an antique fair, and I just loved the weight of this little guy and the expression and just something about it, and that kind of like started the whole collection. This one is my newest acquisition. That was actually a gift from Brian. It's a surprise. I really love it. It's so cute. And then over here in the bathroom, I have all of my horses out. I've showed these guys before in the past, but they've been in a box for a little while, so now they get to be out on display. And this is something new as well that my mom gave to me. It's a little wind-up toy bear, and it doesn't work anymore, but what it's supposed to do is flip the page. It has a little magnet on his hand, and it looks down and reads, and then it would flip the page over. It's really cute. Something about this little guy is quite charming. And that's it. I feel like I've shared Tuba Box so many times in many of my vlogs, but it's such a big part of my daily life. I mean, I don't do it every day. I would like to. That would be cool to do it every day. There was a moment where I was doing it almost every day, but I tried to go a couple times a week at least. It just is such a good lung exercise, and it's so good for my mind and my mental clarity and my mood. It's a really lovely way to start the day. I just feel so refreshed and energized and happy, and I know I've talked about this before as well, but I think everybody that does this climb, it's really popular, has the same experience, and people are always like, hi, good morning, how are you? People just are so happy to be here. It's just a wonderful gift that the city of Tucson has to offer.
And anyways, so really that's it. That's the end of this little vlog. I just wanted to kind of share a couple of things, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.